Like the cow in the schoolhouse?
Well, that was a Halloween. We'd always Halloween a week ahead of time.
We'd make it last, yeah.
And we had a small town. We went out to the edge of town and got this cow. The old school, they had grade school downstairs, and the high school was upstairs, the principal's office was upstairs. Had a hard job getting that cow up the steps, but we did it. Left it in the principal's office, and of course it was quite a mess the next morning. And for some reason, of course it was a small town, principal called every one of us that did it. How he knew, I don't know, but we had to go in and clean that manure up. So now we'd have probably been locked up, so for some prank like that. But I did go to jail on Halloween.
Oh.
For we were creating a problem. I think we had an old wagon. We had a friend of a pair of twins had their father was dead. She had a 1936 pickup. We pulled this old wagon through town, and the constable caught us. Said, "Now you kids go home." Okay, and his name was Turpin. Okay, Mr. Turpin. And he left, and we kept on Halloweening. And then he come and caught us again. He took us over to the fire station, had one cell. And of course it was empty, but put us all in there, locked us up. And too bad, and walked away. And 15 minutes later, he did come back and let us out, and we went home. She'd get scared and worry. We'd go to the basement, a tornado was coming, and it was still, it hadn't happened, so we sent her to bed, but she's still scared. I said, "Well, see what time it is? It's 5 after 10. There had never in the lifetime of history been a tornado after 10 o'clock at night," so she went right to sleep. Of course, we watched in case there would have been. She's very worried over that. So.
I think she still believed that when we were first married.
Yeah, I can remember when Sara and Jesse would come to spend the day, and sometimes I'd take him across to the school here, to the playground. They'd have a little, locomotive made out of wood probably, but she enjoyed that. But the thing that Jessica really liked was the Patriarch Park in East Lansing, that one on near Saginaw. And they had this, well, it was a replica of a school bus, but it was made out of pipe. And it, just good size of and she would get up in the driver's seat and she'd sit there and be as contented. She was in that, and that was the only thing in that whole park that she really liked to do. And Sara, there wasn't any of them that she liked. She liked to read. She'd bring along a book to read. But Jessica always liked that fire truck made out of pipes, and it's not there anymore.
Oh, isn't it?
They've redone that whole park. Susan was our firstborn, and it was a real delight to watch her grow, learn to walk and to run and to start school. And she was just like a little rosebud that she would open up as she got older and older and older until she finally married you, and she was just a beautiful flower ready to go. It was fun. It was wonderful to watch her grow from stage to stage. The intelligence and just a beautiful smile. And she was really something. Still is.
Still is.
But oftentimes with that firstborn, I think you're not as relaxed as you want to be because it's a whole new experience and you don't really relax and embrace it as much as you wish you had afterwards, you know. You're always keyed up to, is this the right thing to be doing? What should I be doing now, you know? Just, it's a learning experience, so. Maybe she didn't get the hugs that she needed, but we were hugging her all the time in our heart because she was a delight to watch her grow. She really was, and is. She's still growing. She's jumping out of an airplane. Not jumping out. but
No.
She's gliding. Yeah. She's got that beautiful spirit. She's a go-getter. I think she was less than a year old when we had a parakeet. And I would put Susan in the playpen in the living room, and the parakeet was in a cage that was hanging from the door nearby. And we'd let the parakeet out to fly around, and it would always, if Sue was in the playpen, the bird would hop down there. It's like it wanted to acknowledge her. And anytime Sue would reach to pet it, it would always back off, but that bird was just fascinated with her. That's the first place it would go when we let it out. And it wasn't, well, it was really amazing because after a while, the parakeet started to talk, and it would say, Susie, big girl, because these were the things I was saying to her. And that bird just loved her. And anytime she was in that playpen and we let it out, he'd right back down there. And he'd stay far enough away that she couldn't touch him, but it just fascinated with her. And he would say, Susie, big girl, Susie, big girl. And that was a wow, because I had heard that parakeets could talk, but I didn't really believe it till then. And his name was Elmer, and he'd say, Elmer, big bird, Elmer, big bird. Susie, big girl. And of course, she would never remember that because I don't think we had the parakeet. When she was old enough to remember it, I doubt it, but that was really, that we got movies of it.
Mm-hmm.
We've seen those. That parakeet just adored her. Susie, big girl.